I hate you and I just want you dead. These were the words of my mother, said looking me straight in the eye. She called me a miscarriage because I didn't have a father. She went to abort me but wasn't able to. When at 11 and 12 I tried to commit suicide, she laughed and encouraged me to try again. But I never did, because at 12 years old, God began calling my name. I was taught that the purpose of my life was to be a mother and a wife. My mom did everything she could to discourage me from being creative and persuade me that I was ugly, stupid, worthless, and not good for anything but sex. I was diagnosed with sexual addiction in 2014. It was also the year I gave my life to Christ. I wrote a poem about my journey. When I was 5 years old, my mama told me that I was born to be a mother and a wife. I was taught how to make men want me, and that sex was the best key to my best life. When at 6 years old I strived to study, Mama told me that instead I needed men, that their focus of attention was my body, so I'd better master sex to live in Zen. When at 15, graduating with high honors, I left school to go to college and to work. Mama told me that my wasteful life her bothers, that my oddity and fancy were a kirk. When at 19, graduating with high honors, after college I went on to business school. Mama told me I was crazy and went bonkers. She was hateful. She was violent. She was cruel. At 24, I graduated with high honors from 2 good schools with 2 degrees in law and business. I mastered also men and sex to meet my mother's expectations and demands for my life's richness. I got married to Prince Charming and left Russia. And I strived to be a mother and a wife. Domestic violence was my marriage, daily crushing. I had to run away to save my life. When police took me away to homeless shelter, I was crushed. I was confused. I was in pain. In a foreign country I life entered. To survive, I had to daily use my brain. Within 18 months I learned the language and I passed the academic English test. As an immigrant, I had a disadvantage, so I went to school to prove my best. MBA from GSU was a good decision. Only Mama was still living in my head. She continued my identity collision. To be mother, to be wife, to stay unwed. Mama's voice remained the strongest. So I married. He was doctor, I was student, we had kids. Her ideas of myself, I always carried. I'm for men. I am for sex. Mom's voice, mine beats. When I got my MBA and started working, that second marriage quickly also got dissolved. As I was hustling a lot and money earning, my identity and purpose both evolved. But Mama's voice was surely everlasting. You're for men. You are for sex. You must be wife. In confusion and in pain, my purpose wasting, I went on to live a very furtive life. Slept around, drank like crazy. I was sinking. My identity collision was a burden. To avoid my pain and life, I was just drinking. Who I was and whose I was uncertain. It was April, it was dark, and I was crying. There was carpet, there were stars, and I was kneeling. I was praying. To surrender, I was trying. And that night, I did experience deep healing. I asked Jesus, change my mind and my head's voices. I asked him to lead my life, to guide my journey. Ever since, my soul is healed and it rejoices. Mom's and mine beliefs on life no longer tourney. Jesus taught me that I am in fact a royal child of God. I am in fact a princess. Ever since, to him I'm being loyal. Trusting him, I am becoming fearless. Mom's beliefs or my beliefs no longer matter. Jesus tells me my life's purpose and desire. Single life for me, he says, is better. His commands today, my life inspire. Today I live single, celibate life, filled with joy and creativity. My question today is for you. Who has ever defined your identity? What gave that person the power to define you? To think that they know your potential and future is insanity. Every day you're changing, evolving, growing, and becoming new. No one can define you, ever, except one person on earth, you. Commit to exploring who you are forever. Allow yourself to be different from what anyone ever knew. Thank you.